Glory to God. We are very excited to stay in this series. We ended last week. I didn't finish the financial constant number 3. Somebody said, what is that? Well, a constant, we're in what we call the 4 constants of finances, the 4 constants. In other words, they're constant. They never change. So regardless of your income level, it doesn't change. Regardless of your career, it doesn't change. Anytime money is coming into your hands as a believer, these 4 constants will be in your life. If you obey them and honor them, you're going to be pretty well off financially speaking. The first constant we talked about was spend less than you make. Now that sounds so easy. How many people know that's a tough little man? And in order to spend less than you make, you got to know 3 things. You got to know what's coming in, what's going out, and what's staying in your house. And I'm surprised at how many people spend 40, 60, 70, 80 hours earning money and spend 2 hours a month managing it. I don't even get that. And in that teaching, we discovered that your earning ability does not automatically translate over to your ability to manage what you're making. So a lot of people go to school, get all these degrees, all this kind of stuff, and never take time out to say, okay, I'm pursuing the financial dominion in my life, but I'm not taking any time to manage what I'm paying someone to go to school for, and it doesn't make sense. You have to employ financial literacy when it comes to spending less than you make. Why? It's fair to you. It's unfair to go to work, get a paycheck, and don't even know what's going on with it. How much you make? Well, I think I make, let me see. Somebody find my pay stub. Ain't nobody find no pay stub. We should know, spend less than you make. Now, when you don't spend less than you make, what do? It's the opposite, right? You spend more than you make, right? And when you spend more than you make, that's called a deficit. Your household goes into a deficit. And a lot of times people don't realize their household is in a deficit because they don't do what we call financial dominion days. Me and my wife still live off an allowance. Think of that. Me and my wife still get tickets from dinner, take a picture of them, and send them to our personal email to make sure we're on track with what we're doing. We honor what I'm teaching you. Somebody said an allowance? Yeah, an allowance. It's not just que sera, sera. Well, I just get some money and just go. No. We plan November and October. We plan December and November. We already know what's going to happen in Christmas. We already know what's going to happen in Thanksgiving. We already know what's going to happen Black Friday. Why? Because we purpose to spend less than we make. And guess what? It's a constant. And even me and my wife, we can't avoid it. We have to do it too. That's financial constant number 1. Financial constant number 2 was always pay yourself or your future self. Again, it's unfair to you if you're selling hours to make dollars and you're and outside of God and Caesar, your taxes, IRS, outside of God and IRS, you're not the 3rd recipient of your labor to pay yourself. So we skip right over us when we don't pay ourselves and go right to the bills. We go, okay, Caesar, IRS, you got yours, right? All right, God, you got yours. I hope God got his. And after that, we skip us and say, somebody got a sale going on somewhere? Or I need a bigger house, bigger car? And we skip us and we go to eat out. Amen. We go to buy clothes. And we discovered in this constant right here, spending money is not the same as paying bills. And people get that mixed up. See, paying bills, we pay our bills once a month. It's one number, and we know, hey, on the 3rd of the month, all of your bills are going to get paid. Ain't no skipping, ain't no half here, half there, and we've done it at every income level we've ever been at. So we know it's doable. Every income level, we know it's doable. And in that, just in that discipline right there, it's just so ingrained in us. Wait a minute, God got his, government got theirs. Surely the cable company's not going to get more than I do. Surely the cell phone company's not going to get more than I do. Surely I'm not paying Netflix before I at least give myself $10 out of this thing. But you know what? People's money conscience is not, sometimes it's dormant. It's very high to earn. When it comes to managing, it's dormant. It just lays there. And the Spirit of God will go, it's offering time. Go ahead and honor me. Honor you. You see what I'm making, God? Yeah, I see what you're making. But know this. Though your beginnings are small, let me tell you something about me. I don't stop right there. I want to see if you can be faithful over a few. And when you're faithful over a few, I'll make you rule over much. And God is saying, listen, I have already taken care of you. I am going to always take care of you. Amen. The lowest you're going to fall is provision, which is I will provide for you. Guess what? That's a win-win situation. But here's the question. What bracket do I want to fall in? God's going to take care of me. I want to fall in the miracle to miracle bracket. Or do I want to fall in, look, no. Ain't no miracle to miracle. I'm not confusing miracles with math. I know I got to spend less than I make. And I know my future self I'm 25 now. He's out there, he's 65. He's talking to me saying, hey, when you get paid, make sure you take care of me. Because one day you're going to meet me. So when you honor those things, knowing that God's going to take care of you, there's no guilt in your finances. And there should be no guilt in your finances. As we teach this, I don't want you feeling shame. I don't want you feeling guilty. I don't want you feeling left out. Why? Because God is going to always take care of you.
Amen. Amen.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Amen. That's right. Amen.
So you got to pay yourself. What does paying yourself even mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means when somebody sells 60 hours in a week to a corporation, and the corporation says, I'm paying you $20 an hour, gross. You don't net that. By the time you back out house, car, utilities, and all this kind of stuff, food, gas, you will discover, and we have formulas for this. You'll discover, I don't make $20 an hour. $20 an hour, pre-tax, it takes care of pretty much my lifestyle. I'm almost maxing out there. Well, what do you have left to pay yourself? Well, when I back out all my bills, I've got $1.80 an hour to pay myself. Now people go, man, that's kind of bad. It's kind of extreme to go with numbers like that. No, it's not. When you want to know where you are financially speaking, we go by what we call the real numbers. What's the real numbers? After everything has been done, I know you say you pay me $20 an hour, but after everything has been done, I don't earn my future self. I don't make $20 an hour. I can only afford to pay myself $2 an hour. The other $18, it's going to taxes.
Amen.
It's going to Social Security. Amen. It's going into 401k. It's doing all of that. And after all of that is done, and my bills are done, I only have $2 an hour to pay myself. Let me tell you something. You better pay yourself that $2. That's right. Because when you start adding that up, it will shock you. Why? Because if you work 2,080 hours a year, which is 40 hours a week, 52 weeks, it's $2 ain't no money. What if you paid yourself $2 per hour? How much is that? $41.60 a year. Did you hear what I said? $41.60 a year. That ain't no money. No, $41.60 a year. Now you take that times 3. What's that? 12,480? 12,480, something like that. $12,000, 12,480. Let me tell you something. This is money I'm talking about that can be out of sight, out of mind, and you not even think about it. But until you sit down and figure out, okay, what are we spending? What are we earning? What are we spending? And what are we keeping in here? Until you sit down and figure that out, $2 an hour seems like a joke to you. Paying yourself $2 an hour is big time.
Amen. Amen.
Big time. And if you're married, you know what that means? One from you and one from me. Think about that. So what are you saying, Brother Derek? I'm saying that as a married couple, $2 an hour should be $1 an hour from him and $1 an hour from her. That means if they work 60 hours each, hey, give me 60 out of your paycheck, I'll take 60 out of mine, and we're going to send it to an online savings account. And at the end of the year, it's going to be X amount of dollars, $4,160. And we just keep doing that. Why? We've decided we can live without this amount of money. You look up in 5 years, and you got $25,000 sitting in your savings account. $25,000 ain't no money. Compared to who? It's all relative. Compared to who? Listen, I need 100 grand. What do you got now? I got about 80 bucks in my savings. 25 grand would change your life. It's not our God. But I tell you what, when the Bible talks about money answers all things, see, we sat down and looked at our lives and said, okay, what's the worst that could happen outside of a medical tragedy? Roof. 18 grand. No problem. What if your transmission goes out? $1,000. No problem. What if you get water damage on your wood floors and they come in and it's going to cost you 10 grand to get all that water damage? Well, number one, I got insurance. And if they act up, no problem. Why? I partner with God's grace on my finances. I knew he had taken care of all of the heavenly stuff. I know he's going to take care of me. But I also knew I had a part to play. And he said, you know what? There's 4 types of people when this word is coming forth on finances. The first type is stony ground. Can't tell them nothing. They don't want to hear it. God told me one time, he said, be weary of people who have all the answers and none of the money.
That's right. That's right.
They got all the answers. Everybody's wrong. But they have no money. We're not saying money's like God, but be weary of people like that. So it's stony ground. Their heart is hard towards it. In church. Then you have wayside ground. Man, it hits them. Boy, they get excited about it, and it just falls away. It just falls away. And then you have what the Bible calls thorny ground. And thorny ground is when your financial DNA, how you was raised, how you seen your parents handle money, how you had to survive financially speaking. Mom left, dad left, and you just had to survive. Nobody set you down at 12, 13 and showed you. So truth is coming forth on your finances. But this thing that's been in you since you were 6 years old, the thorn grows up and it chokes that word. It says keep surviving from paycheck to paycheck. Keep reacting, financially speaking, in life. Keep getting pumped up and then you're deflated. Keep doing that. And thorns are designed to choke. But that last one, it's what the Bible calls good ground. I'm a firm believer the prerequisite to good ground in your finances is honesty. And say, you know what? Man, I messed up. Man, I messed up. I ain't saved a dime. I hadn't done nothing. All my credit is shot, this, that, and the other. And guess what? The grace of God picks you right up right there. Amen. And say, you know what? I can take care. I can take over from here. You going to take over, God? Yeah, I can take over. I need you to get out of the way and stay out of the way. I've done what I'm going to do. Just believe that. And operate under the earthly laws concerning math. And watch what happens. You marry my grace on your finances with your earthly discipline. And watch what happens. So the Bible says, out of those 4 people, Jesus now says, when the word is coming forth, I'm not saying you're wayside. I'm not saying you're thorny. I'm not saying that you're stony. But it says stony, wayside, thorny, good. Stony, wayside, thorny, good. Yes. Stony. Thorny, wayside, stony, good. So it says 1 out of 4 is going to bear fruit. And then what it says about those 1 out of 4, out of those, whoop, 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 out of those 3, it says out of those 3, they're going to go 30, 60, 100-fold. So out of those 3, somebody's going to go, that's it. I'm dealing in truth, and I receive God's grace on my finances. I no longer walk in shame concerning it. I no longer walk in guilt concerning it. I no longer walk in fear concerning it because God has already done all he's going to do as far as taking care of me. I got to marry my earthly discipline with God's grace on my finances. And man, I'll be A-okay. But no more worry. No more shame. Think about it. Think about on the back end what money or the spirit of mammon tries to do to us. The spirit of mammon says, pay no attention to your money to manage it. But on the back end, I want you to worry about it all the time. Either way, I'm going to employ some of your think tank. Now, I can get it on the front end, and you manage it, spend less than you make, pay yourself, have a spending plan, all that I can get it on the front end. Or I'm going to come on the back end and I'm going to get it. How are we going to, oh gosh, how do we, I'll tell you what, hold off on, we won't pay that this month. Oh man, I got to get my rent. Call your dad or something and see if we can, and it's like, you already made your rent money during the month. What happened to it? What do you mean what happened to it? What happened to it? That's your number one priority. Outside of honoring God, make sure a roof is over your head. And you're telling me 800 came through your hands and you just kind of, it dwindled away and you don't have your mortgage? Think about that. We pay on the front end or the back end in this area. So then we hopped into the third constant, which is limit obligating your future. What is that? Debt. Debt in itself is not bad. Lustful debt is bad. But functional debt is not bad. And we got to hop on this pony and we're going to ride this pony. It's not bad. Functional debt for the middle class church, for everybody in this room, with your home, you didn't pay cash for it, unless you got a windfall of money. What does that even mean? The middle class pays or builds their life in installments, revolving debt. It comes around every 30 days and you pay the mortgage. But I tell you this, the middle class, you didn't come to the closing table outside of a windfall, outside of an insurance claim, outside of hitting that lottery. You came to the closing table with your name and a partial amount of money for your closing cost and a partial amount of that principal for your down payment. But you didn't come with $350 cash. And when you stepped away from that table, they said, listen, your next payment, November 1st. How long I got to do that? What did you sign up for? 10, 15, or 30? 20, which one? I went ahead and did 30 years. Oh, okay. All right. So they sold you $350,000? No, they sold me a house. No. You're paying to live in a house. They sold you money. They sold you $350,000 at 3%. That's what they did. If you walk that 30 years out, you're going to pay $495,000 for that $350,000. That's how they make their money. That's the exchange they made with you. I don't like that. For the middle class, that's how we build our life. That's how we do it. That's how we build our life, in installments. So within these installments, sometimes it's revolving debt. It's unsecured debt. And it's secured debt. When I say stay away from secured debt, what is that? I need $1,000 for Christmas. Here's my car title. That's collateral. No way. Christmas, we'll just hit the dollar store or something. I'm not going to do that. No way, Jose. You don't do that. But it's okay. Now, lustful debt is, I'm going to go in debt to show out. I'm going to go in debt because I went to my family reunion and all I know is my cousins are not saved. And they are prospering in this world. Now you're getting ready to try to buy your prosperity. You're ready to get in trouble now. They're prospering. They don't even know God and all this kind of stuff. So do you hail money over eternal life? And you think they're richer than you? No way. But I tell you what, you get into that lustful debt like that, your eyes start wandering with your friends. Your eyes wander over here with your neighbors. Your eyes are wandering on the TV. Ears are wandering. That housewarming party, you should have just stayed at home. You know why? It aggravated your contentment in God. And you're going to go out here and get in debt. So that wife comes and she goes, I thank God for this house, really, what God did for us here. I don't know if our season's up or not. I don't know. What are you talking about? We've been here 3 years. I'm trying to figure out. No, I like to cook a lot. When I take my pots and I sit them on this porcelain counter, and it's so aggravating. Did I burn it? Am I going to burn it? Well, what are you getting at, honey? The granite counters that Kristen has, when I was over there, I was like, man, she's cooking, sitting pots on the counter. I'm like, I got to be careful. I got to grab towels. I got to grab mitts. I got to grab all this stuff. I'm just saying, when are we going to upgrade the house? I'm trying to figure out when are we going to do that. And he's going, what do you mean? We just put carpet down. We can't. Well, I want to serve you. Now, you know, here it is now. You have to watch it now because see, when you get into lust for that, you get into little subtle manipulations with your spouse. I just want to serve you, cook for you. And I'm just saying, for me, I'm cooking, but it's just so mentally taxing with these counters. I just, it's like, and here we go. Let's just go by Lowe's. Let's get them out here and get us a quote. That's where it starts at. When they come out there and open up that doggone gallery. And the husband, stand up, Lord. Somebody said, when are we going to get to the message? I'm preaching to you right now. I'm preaching to you right now. And the husband and the wife is ooh and ah and here's what we do when we know, okay, we're in lust for that. Her flesh is spiked, all this kind of stuff. Here's what husbands do. Keep looking at the thing. Here's what we do. Because what we're trying to figure out, I thought we said ain't nobody selling us when they come in here. I thought we made an agreement that we're not going to do this. We're just going to look. Don't look at me. I'm not excited. And we're sitting back going, how do we even get here? Here's what we say to ourselves. I know how this is going to go when I say no. Ooh, I know how this is going to go when I say no. Why? Because her space shuttle rockets have took off and it's like they have taken off, and it's like now you got to turn those rockets off by saying no, not now, sweetheart. But you have to. He said but you have to turn them off. Why? You about to get into some lust for that? Guess what? I've been there. We've been there. Hey, we've been there. Little Home magazine come through the mail. I ain't looking at that thing. Organize your closets, organize your garage, organize. I said, my God, my Lord, every time you turn around, I said, look, we're going on a fast here. We have got to stop looking at this stuff. But the functional debt, I'll never forget, I was at church working for $1,600 a month when we moved out here. And I came from lunch, running, panicking, hopped out of my Acura at 12:08 or something like that, I remember it, and came back out from work about 7:30 that evening, and it was still running. I said, okay, God, I came down here to serve you, but serving him, running here, running that meeting, I mean, this thing is getting a toll on me here. And my wife got in her car. She said, I just trail you because I don't know what's going on. I said, it's okay. We got on Bay Meadows Road, and I pressed the gas going about 40 miles per hour. And I seen that white smoke. Ooh, those heads got warped. Oh my God. When you see white smoke, it's not good. I'd rather see black smoke, blue smoke, but white smoke, oil and water's mixing. And I said, oh my God, what in the world are we doing? So what are we going to do? Look, 800 credit score. Watch this function of that now. Car smoking. I got to get to and fro. I ain't got to think about it. Let's go over here to Nissan. Y'all running a special. How much this thing is? Well, we can lease it to you. We need about $3,000 down. Got that. How much is it a month? $169. We'll take it. We'll take it for 36 months, and we'll just ride it out. Matter of fact, let us just go ahead and pay for 1 year up front. We'll pay $1,400 a year every January, and we'll have it knocked out. And guess what? We got into what we call functional debt. How's it functional? I got to get back and forth to work. Right. I got to get around. That's functional debt. I don't like no laces. The mileage and all this kind of stuff. When you're building something, you're not running all over town every day. For us, it was home, church, work, a little activity every now and then. But for our lives, we looked at it and said, hey, we're right here. What if you go to Atlanta or North Carolina to see your mother-in-law and her family? What did you do? Alamo. Enterprise. I'm just saying, family vacation and Nissan office, that's kind of tight, ain't it? No, town and country van. $350 a week. Come right back home to that $169 a month functional car note. But now here's lustful debt. This is making $1,600 a month. Here's lustful debt. Car smoking. Boy, I tell you, I've always wanted to ride tall. Maybe God is telling me right now, this is it. You've been a student here. You've been diligent. You've been faithful. Look at it. It's falling apart on you. You've ridden this thing till the wheels fall off, and now it's time for you to reward yourself. You're darn right. I don't want to go buy this Nissan place. Let's go over to Jaguar. God is speaking to me right now. I feel like, watch this. Watch the high level of entitlement now. Lust for debt is what I'm talking about. Jaguar. So how much is this lease on this thing right here? Which one? The small one? No. I need a long wheelbase. I don't want no small one. God is trying to teach us something here. Teach you what? That he's a reward of those who diligently seek him. And that's what you got to do. You said, this right here? Yeah, with the wood grain let down, all that, all that kind of stuff on the seats, all that. Oh, he said, this right here lease for $1,369 a month. I always tease my wife, don't get excited now. I say, that's it? I said, what do you think about that? She was like, I'm going to keep my cool, but we better get off this lot. Because when you're in lust for that and you try to hop into something that your money can't afford, car lots have a voice. You know what that voice says? Get your little tail away from here. You don't make enough money to be on this thing. Well, I'm just dream building. I know you're dream building. You don't make enough money to be on this car lot. Get away from Jaguar. Get back down here to Honda and be functional. But lustful debt comes from a high sense of entitlement. I owe myself something, man. No, when you get ready to make a purchase, make sure you are factoring in how much is this money going to cost me. Not the car, because you don't own it until you pay for it. Not the house, because we don't own it until we pay for it. But what is it going to cost me? Are you out there? Amen. Okay. So this constant is limit obligating your future. What is that? Just stay out of lustful debt as much as you can. As much as you can. I'm going to try to finish this third constant up today because God wants us to, he wants us to win financially. He really does. These are the notes Yeah, I had 16 pages. I think it's about 8 pages. I go from the iPad, though. I go from the iPad. Turn with me to Proverbs chapter 22. I'm going to give you some meat today. Yeah, the air went out on us this morning, and our team, Chris, the team, all those guys, they worked real hard to get it back on. And praise God for that. So excuse us if it's a little warm in here. We're doing our best. My wife's like, oh, my God, the air is out. I said, people understand. They got a house. I'm working on a series now, The Inherent Nature of Church. It's going to set a lot of us free. When we realize, oh, that's inherent in church? Yeah. People leaving? Yeah. People coming? Yeah. People getting offended? Yeah. People wanting you to preach on every political move in the United States? Yeah. All of that is inherent in church. People love you one Sunday, hate you the next Sunday? Yeah. Wow, you preached on my passion? Good. You don't preach on my passion? I'm out of here. Yeah, it's all inherent in church. Oh, man, that couple fell into this, fell into that. What are we going to do? We're going to cover them, make them accountable, and the grace of God is going to pick them up in character. We're not going to guilt them, shame them out, bring them up here, and then they walk around the church all guilty and all this kind of stuff, shameful and all that kind of stuff. That is not how the grace of God works. The grace of God says, look, cover. Now, we don't endorse sin. You keep doing it. Paul said, look, get the guy out of the church. He's just sleeping with this woman, this one. He won't stop. He just won't do it. So get him out of here. But the grace of God is inherent in church. And either you exercise it or you go against it. And when you go against it, you hurt people. You shame them. You get them clean on up out of here. And it's like, if you don't have a revelation of your own fallibility, you point fingers, you demand stuff because you don't know just how flawed your own self is. That's right. But a revelation of being flawed curtails your judgment. You go, wait a minute, I can't say nothing. I ain't spoke to my mom in 20 years. Let me just hush. Let me hush with that. Wait a minute, I can't say nothing. I cursed my daughter out last night. Let Let me. And what happens is you like to address elephant sin. You don't want to address gnat sin, though. A little bit of small stuff. You just went off on the drive at the driving window this week. Christian. You got Chippendales as a bookmark on your computer. Christian. This girl's night out. We're really going to have some fun. We're out here in Las Vegas. Hey, we're going to have some fun. And you go to the Christian. But when you come back home, somebody walks into church and their dress is too short. See, now you little gnat sin you don't want to talk about in your life, but elephant sin that you can see. And it's not a sin for her to come in like that. It's elephant judgment. And the grace of God says, stop that. That's why outside of that door, it is not a scripture. It says, be kind. You know, and you're kind when you know, sir, you are flawed as all outdoors. Some of the stuff you think about yourself sometimes tells me you deal with low self-esteem. Jesus. Well, I'm just going to flick it out. Okay. The rustling, I can't deal with it. But when you understand, hey, I have these crazy thoughts too. I have these insecure thoughts too. But when you try to dress yourself up in perfection, you'll be the first one to judge. You'll be the first one whispering. And that's another thing inherent in church, whispers. People just whisper. Well, you know such, you know such, you know such. I'm like, how's your life doing? Not such, how's your life doing? Do you hear what I'm saying? So when we get into this, the inherent nature of church, it's going to deliver you so much. Because you know how I like to live my life? You know how I like to live my life? Staying out of folks' business. I let the word get in it for an hour 15. I let the word try to address it, and if it can't address it, you just waste out stoning and throwing it. But I'm not going to investigate it. Wait a minute. Wait, did I see them at the Black Expo? I wonder what they was. Man, Brian McKnight coming to town. How many is in there? Hey, shoot, I may be in there listening to Brian McKnight, me and my wife. I can't go to Toby Keith concert because, you know, I just don't want to be in a sinful environment. You got a job? You got a job? Matter of fact, do you go to church? Because all of us sin. All of us. Just got to know how to repent and get back up and let the grace of God keep carrying. But that's how I did it. We just this free from every kind of thing that's out there that could make me tainted. And it's like, no way. Your relationship with your parents is warped. And you're not trying to fix it.
That's good. That's it.
So now let's talk about that. Under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
I know things take time. But my point is, when I get in this series, I'm going to have personal examples from myself. Say, when I seen this, I'm like, I wonder what did they do? They didn't do nothing. It's like the NFL. When you sign up for $10 million and you say, I don't want no springs, I don't want no breaks, I don't want no pull hamstring, I don't want none of that pull muscles, I don't want to be sore in the NFL. They look at you and go, sir, it's inherent in this business. Please don't let your teammate get injured and you say, I'm out of here. I don't want to play with the Patriots. No, it's inherent. Please don't let your teammate say the wrong thing on TV and everybody get offended. And it's like, no. That mic gets in front of you enough times. You're going to say something and the world's going to judge you. It's inherent in the profession. Same with church. And watch you get delivered big time. I'm telling you, you're going to get delivered big time. You'll be picking up the phone, calling folks, go, man, come on back to church. We all messed up. The grace of God, we all need the grace of God. We got the grace of God. Come on back, man. No judgment here. Yeah. Man, I've been divorced 3 times. So what, man? Just pick yourself up and come on back. The grace of God still loves you.
That's good.
Man, I'm about to hop in that series right now. God still loves you. So you take a man who's missed it, and you got these highfalutin spiritual traffic cops in church, on Facebook, in his family, in her family. And guess what? They're going to take a, listen to me. It's inherent in that family for them to take her side. And take every word she says and say, you're a dog, you're a scum of the earth. That's inherent. You can't buy into that. What you got to know is, no. I was married to your daughter. I lived with her for 15, 20 years. So all this flawless stuff that y'all talking about with her, no way, Jose. She's just giving you the narrative of how she's seen it. And anytime a narrative comes forth from an incident, a breakup, a divorce, a separation, a leave a church, and all you hear is bad, here's how I want you to respond. Tell me about the good.
That's right.
Fix your spirit and fix your mouth to tell me about the good. Why? It's going to deliver you. It's going to set you free. You're going to keep your mouth off of him because you can't tell me for 18 years you were manipulated to stay for 18 years.
That's good. That's good. It's good, man.
7 kids later and you never loved him?
Yeah.
Man, oh gosh. Check in the earth, please, because you've checked out. And what do? We go, wow, he's terrible. He's awful. Watch this now. He called himself a man of God. You mean to tell me, watch what we do. 10 years in church and you still can't? Guess what? You too. Still can't. So we know the man is dealing with shame. We know the man is hurt. We know he's trying to do his best to put things back together. But guess what? We say, oh, you got 315 trying to push it. We know every time an event comes around, graduation, this, first day of school, second, last day of school, vacation, this. We know every time that comes around, it reminds you, man, guess what? That should be enough. But Christians want to come along and go, nah, that ain't enough. No way, that's not enough. The anointing has left your life. God is through with you. He'll never use you again. You don't have a voice to say nothing to nobody because when you open your mouth, all they're going to think about is what you did back here. Yeah. And God is going, you're a fool telling that man that.
That's right.
If you think I dismiss my love from this man, I take away my grace from this man. And if you don't think I can put his life back together to put yours to shame with your judgmental self, you're in a fool's paradise. Because God wants everybody to win. Sounds like you're endorsing sin, buddy. I'm not endorsing sin. We do a pretty good job, but that without any endorsement.
That's right.
What I'm endorsing is partner with God, not the devil,
Yeah.
to patch people back up
Good.
and help them get back to church. But don't put your thumb down on them. They're already dealing with it. God told me, he said, look, man, he said, I got a blended family. He said, let me tell you something. He said, every school year, I'm reminded. Every graduation, I'm reminded. Every dance recital, I got to show up. She's got to show up. I'm reminded. I'm with my girlfriend. She's with her boyfriend. I'm reminded. I don't need church to come right behind that and keep reminding me that I messed up. Guess what? I messed up. I really did. And I hate I did it. I messed up. But the grace of God is carrying me, but your carnal judgment is suppressing me. Guess what? And that's why people flee the church. People are not coming to thumbs down churches no more.
That's right. Come on.
They're out of here. And you know why they're out of here? Is because we're supposed to be putting them back together. Instead of putting them back together, we said, no, give me the hammer. Let me crack it some more.
That's right.
Preach hell and brimstone. And here's what we do. We preach them out of recovery mode.
Yeah.
They don't think they can recover.
Yeah.
They don't think they can become an awesome man again, awesome woman. They don't think they can become an awesome husband, father again. Why? We preach them clean out of restoration. So look, you're not perfect before God. He has nothing else to do with you. Let me tell you something. I hate that spirit.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's why I said we're going to have fun in this church. We're going to excel in life, excel in God. And if you can forever foresee yourself needing grace and mercy, extend it every chance you get.
Yeah.
That's what you better do.
That's right.
Come here with that judgment stuff. Why? You know why? You know why? Because that's what the church, that's what we need in the church. But I tell you what, judgment, it pits us against one another. My family against yours. My group of friends against yours. And we call all of ourselves Christians.
Yeah, come on.
And the devil is winning big time. Big time. Do me a favor. Don't be shocked to the point where you disengage from your church. Shocked with what? Oh, so-and-so decided to move on. Oh, okay. That's inherent in church. What do you want me to say? NFL, you get hurt. You get a break every now and then, sprain. It's inherent. Oh, yeah, they told us about it. Yeah, but I'm just saying, is there any reason? What are you saying? Well, I don't, they felt called away. I don't know what else you want me to say. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. And you know what? The devil's just playing his fiddle with you.
That's right.
Instead of you going, that's inherent, let's keep moving. We can still grow. We're growing separately. They're over there. They're over here. We're both in God, this, that, and the other. We meet up, get a taco sandwich. We talk about God, this, that, and the other. We're not going to get into church bashing now.
Right.
We're not going to do that. Why? We're not into that.
That's right.
And I've been delivered from cutting people off so fast. Before I got born again, I would cut. I was trained in a house where my dad was in the military, my mom had passed. I had trained myself. You're A-okay by yourself. And the minute somebody came in and said, you know what, Creflo Dollar, heard y'all got ATM machines in that church. I heard you got to show your W-2s to even. I said, you heard that? This is your second time in my house talking like that now. It's your second time now. It's your second time saying that, and you're going to keep talking about it? I'll tell you what, I'm headed to the back room. You can enjoy the house, just not, I'm not going to be in here with you.
Come on.
Last time I seen that guy was the last time I seen that guy. Why? I'm not going to, I just, that's stupid.
That's right.
That's stupid. And you spread stuff like that? Show your W-2s. Never did we have to do that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to err to the side of grace with people.
That's it.
I'm going to partner with God to get them back on track. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I'm not going to partner with their sin.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not going to happen now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, man, I got two ladies on the side. I heard you say that you're going to partner with me in grace. I am. Get rid of them.
That's right.
And get over here in this men's group, this accountability group, so you can get yourself together. Because for some reason, maybe you're dealing with the loss of a mother or something like that, but for some reason, you hate women.
Yeah.
You hate them. What do you mean I hate them? You hate them. You use them. You sleep around on them. You lie to them. You give them venereal diseases and all this. You take their money. You take their cars. You mess up their credit. You hate women. No, I don't. Yes, you do. We got to find out what's going on with you, brother. And we get you in this group to deal with the root issues. And while we're dealing with the root issues, guess what? We're like this covering him. He's showing up? Yep, okay. What is he doing ushering? He's okay. What do you want to take everything from the man? Take everything from him? And call yourself restoring him?
Right.
You know what he's going to do? Shoot. Everybody looking at me crazy when I go to church. Man, I ain't going to church, man. And watch this. Jesus is my pastor. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Now he's getting ready to hate the church. And hate every doggone leader that tried to help him. Because Jesus is pastor now. Cover people in the grace of God. Cover people in the grace of God. Ah! Dang it. All distracted and going on. But it's good distraction. Why? We got to feel free coming to church. We got to feel like, my God, 5 days ago I thought about taking my life, but if I could just make it to Excel Church, I'm going to be empowered. I'm going to be encouraged. I'm going to be enriched. I'm telling you right now, and the grace of God, it should be hoovering all over this place. Man, I ain't seen you in 4 weeks, but come on, brother. Matter of fact, after lunch, let's go to lunch. What's going on with you? Man, I'm about $200 short. Every single month, I'm trying to get myself together. Me and my wife sit down with you and help you get your little budget together, this and the other. What am I trying to do? I'm partnering with the grace of God. Amen. To get you back on track. And let me tell you something. I'm not bragging, but you can ask my wife. You can ask my wife. Pre-pastor, pre-elder, pre-minister. I got in the trenches with guys. I got in there with them. Still in there with them. And people look at us and go, man, no. I got some I just do hashtag day one. You know what day one was? You know where I was at with you. Guess what? Stuff may be falling apart. I'm still right there with you, though.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
And see, what the church does is, no. I want you to hate him. I want you to hate her for what she did to my son. No, I'm not. No. I'm not partnering with the devil in the name of protecting my relatives' feelings. No. You need to get yourself back in the grace of God. He need to get himself back in the grace of God. But you're not gonna splinter me now.
Yeah, that's right.
And take God's love out of my heart for somebody who missed it. That is from the pits of hell right there. That's from the pits of hell right there. No way. Because when you miss it, you want people giving you the grace too. So Proverbs 22, real quick. We talked about this last week. Verse 1. And we're talking about limit obligating your future. That means stop pre-committing your name to stuff that you don't need. Proverbs 22:1. Somebody say a good name. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Watch this now. A prudent man foreseeth evil, and he hides himself. But the simple pass on and are punished. You know what that means? A prudent man can see, hey, I'm about to get in over my head here. I need to get off this lot. Hey, this too much house. Anytime you got to turn to the real estate person and go, how much is JA every month? You're in a 3,500 square foot house. What are you looking for? Well, in my apartment, it was like 105, 110. How much is JA a month? 3,500 square feet, 2 stories, 2 units. Just depending on the installation and the builder. Anywhere from 600 to 700 a month, something like that. How many kids you got? I got 4 kids. Oh, okay. Summertime, that's going to go up probably 20% too in the summer when they're all at home. You got to turn to somebody and go, what's the gas mileage on this car? You don't need the Hummer.
That's right.
8, 9 miles to the gallon. You don't need it. What? A prudent man can see. I'm about to tie myself up into something I don't need no parts of.
That's right.
Here's a credit card, 18 months, 0% interest. Just transfer your balance. Just do it. Okay, you can transfer that balance, but that does not negate the behavior you got to take to pay this thing off.
That's right.
It's all about behavior. But a prudent man can see that and go, let me tough this out. We got 400 extra, set it on autopilot, 400 a month. 400 a month? Yep. We took that vacation 4 years ago. What's the hey, that's the price you pay when you're not prudent.
That's right.
And you didn't look around the corner and go, we don't need this. No way. And the quickest way to stop getting in debt is stop adding to it. And sometimes you got to realize we ain't prepared for this. This is not an emergency for us. But that's hard to do. But you got to master limiting the obligation of your future to other companies that say, you know what, give me 50 every 30 days. Oh, I got that. All right, then the car company goes, no, give me 400 every 30 days. Oh, okay, you can do that. And then the alarm company goes, okay, we're going to lock you in for 2 years. Give it to us every 30 days now. And most people who have not pre-planned their finances get about 9 months into that contract and go, man, I don't like paying this. Oh, I'm sorry. You should have looked around. You should have been prudent. And you should have seen this coming. But you know what? You didn't see it coming. Why? Because it said it's going to be $80 a month. But you didn't realize it's $80 a month plus every other obligation you got. And when that compound interest is clicking on that credit card and you send that little minimum payment 3 months in a row, something should go off you and go, wait a minute, I'm just giving money away here. What's going on here? You mean to tell me we paid $50 a month for 1 year on $3,000 and that still ain't moved? What are we doing? You have to wake up and become prudent and go, that's it. Amen. That's it. Downgrade the vacation, downgrade the anniversary, downgrade it. We're going to have it. But we have got to stop this compounding interest from pushing us around. It just pushes us around. And it does it every single year. And it does it every single year. And we keep obligating on top of that. No way. Limit obligating your future. And the scripture says, a prudent man sees this. A prudent man, it's a prudent man or a woman, you know what they do? They look well into the way of their flocks. They're more excited about managing and giving than they are earning. Earning is just but man, when I get it, I can put it somewhere, it multiplies. I put it in heaven, it multiplies. I put it in, it multiplies. My generation is going to be better off. They're more excited post-paycheck than they are pre-paycheck. Now, pre-paycheck people, they're counting. They're counting down. Okay, it's Wednesday. Man, shoot. Switching stuff around just and not shaming nobody, but you got to get post-paycheck excited. And post-paycheck excitement requires some true discipline about your future and about your commitment to it. True discipline. Pre-paycheck excitement is if you bank with a credit union, you know, not on Friday. There you go. That baby hitting Thursday. Now everybody else, it's like, I got paid already. I don't know what's going on with you. But what you got to do is you go, okay, government, God, future self. Now let me get over here to my lifestyle. See what I got to do with it. I want to downgrade that. Here's the thing about promotions. When they run out, you can get this cable, $99, this, that, and the other, a month for 12 months. You sign up for it, all this kind of stuff, get used to it. The 13th month comes, $259. That's when you got to go, downgrade me to broadcast. I can't tough it out just for HBO. I just can't do it. Why? I'm not gonna obligate my future. Are you with me? Let's keep rocking and rolling here. 14. Brother Hodges, you got that air kicking. I like that. I like that cold air. I don't like the sweat and feel like ants on you. And I just, man, woo. Ceiling fans in the bedroom are of God. It's just something about that. It's just something about it. When it's still air, it's like covers are flying off everything. Some people can sleep in a onesie in Florida. Burn it up. What you got the air on? Man, I done turned it up to 80. I'm freezing. Shoot. Not I. AC causes more arguments in households and couples. It's got to be of the devil. Okay. In your notes. Never let, we talked about this, never let entitlement purchase your freedom. I owe myself something. Never let that happen. Be prudent about it. What are we about to do? We're about to buy a car. No. We're about to eat into some freedom. What are we about to do? We're about to get these granite counters. No, whoa. You're about to eat into some freedom now. Now, if you plan for it, great. Out of your extra, great. Go for it. But if you hadn't planned for it, and entitlement rises up and goes, I owe myself something. That's true, but you can't afford what you owe yourself. Don't let entitlement purchase your freedom. It's not about how rich we are in things. When we talk about limit obligating your future, it's not about how rich we are in things. It's about how much do we have? How much do we have to offset emergencies? What is it? My ability to address things needs to be rich. And guess what? Well, I got to have some money. I got to address my yacht bill. You ain't got no yacht. You ain't got no yacht. Your ability to address what? Your one-bedroom apartment, if something happens to it, call the management company. Your ability to address what? Your Honda Civic with the warranty on it, you just drive it in the Honda and they'll take care of it. What about the $400 tires? I'm rich in that. How can you say you're rich just because you can address for? I'm rich in the ability to address a $400 expenditure that comes up in my life. That's rich. That's rich. So where you're at in your life, your ability to address is your sign of how rich you are at your level. Man, I need Mercedes maintenance money. No, you don't. You got a Volkswagen. Make sure you can take care of that. Your ability to address, be rich in that. Be rich in that. Being worth $100 million isn't the standard of rich. It's not the standard of rich, but being able to offset an emergency when it arises, that's it, man. That's the standard for the middle class. We're all going to leave this church today, and you know what? We're going to be hungry. We got football. We got baby showers going on. We got somebody invited us over to a housewarming. Somebody invited us to a party. And you know what? You're not going to go over there with 4 bottles of Creed cologne if you have $50 left after everything is paid. You may have to stop by CVS, grab you a bottle of, remember the Aspen? Grab you a bottle of Aspen, Safari, or something, some candles, one candle, your little Yankee candle, and it's like, man, this only costs $13. This is the gift we can afford, sweetheart. Now, the amount of arguments come out of that right there. Because now pride says, you walking in here with a candle? What do you want me to do? I can't afford nothing. We can't afford nothing else. Look, I don't want to go to no party empty-handed like that. I just don't want to do it. Well, this is a good housewarming gift. But when you feel when you want to shine more than the gift, you'll get in an argument with your husband or your wife because you don't feel like this is enough. This is embarrassing us. No, this is what we can afford. God told me, you just a little bit too practical when it comes to finances. It's not too complicated. Well, how did you do in math in school? 2 times 2 is 4, right? I mean, how complicated? I mean, come on now. And we said last week, man, we're almost there. We said last week, when it comes to paying that compounded interest and dealing with that credit card and dealing with getting your credit together and repairing it and restoring it and all this kind of stuff, people think you can spend 8 years messing something up and hand somebody $700 and in 30 days they're going to get it clean for you.
Come on.
I mean, what is that? So you want to take some money that's not going to address your behavior. So you waste money. Because why? It took you 6 years to get in it, and there's something about climbing your way back out of it. And when you climb your way out of debt, you know what you do? Never again would that happen to me. But you get your little income tax check. So how much that guy just charge you? $1,200, man, to get it clean in 30 days. Oh, boy. Well, the lien tax? You tell me that tax lien on I'm just, hey. Okay. But you know what, sir? It don't address anything internal. So you're going to get it clean, and you're going to be worse off than you were. It's just something about it. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Okay. Man alive. Joel chapter 2. You still out there? Praise God. Whew. Ain't nothing like getting your money right. I don't care what nobody say. We can be deep, spiritual, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about my money. Man, please. You want to get your money right. Amen. And you know what? It feels good when your money right. These notes is jumping around on me like nobody's business this morning. Give me a second here. You know how it is when you update one Apple device and you update the other one? That thing can get away from you real quick. Okay. Where'd I say go? 2. Verse 25. Now I want everybody to read this out loud. Say amen when you're there. Amen. Ready? Yeah. Read it. And I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, by a great army which I sent among you. Hallelujah. That's the grace of God. Amen. Do not approach your finances guilty one more second. Guess what? You messed up when you was in college. Guess what? You didn't know no better. Guess what? There's a judgment out there. There's a lien. All that stuff is out there. But God is saying, stop all these quick fixes. Stop it. I am the great restorer. I know what was stolen from you. I know what happened in your childhood. I know you was devastated by X, Y, and Z. I know you've been trying to put two and two together with 4 kids. I know that. I know that you made mistakes with your teen pregnancy. I know all of that. And I want to restore all of what the world stole from you. So now you approach me in your finances like, I'm out of debt. Because God already got you out. Approach me in your finances like, man, this is the ideal job I've been wanting to take care of my babies. Approach me like that. Why? I want to restore you. And he's fully aware. Look at what he said. The years. That was what? Taken from me. We don't serve a God who says, you know what? Tough luck. We serve a God who loves us and says, you messed up financially speaking? Yep, I really did. Well, I tell you what, the grace of God, my grace is right here to pick you up. Yeah, but it's been 20 years. Like, I know that. I told you in your older years you're going to be fruitful. In old age you're going to be fruitful. So you just need to plug into my grace in your finances and watch this. Honor the math in the earth and watch me take care of the rest with my hand. Watch me take care of the rest with my hand. Proverbs chapter 18. Verse 17. I'm going to let y'all read it again. Proverbs 18, verse 17. Ready? Read it. When it comes to finances, we can be a financial legend in our own mind. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because we're so secluded with him. We have an intimate relationship with him, but we're secluded from everybody else. And in our own mind, man, I'm doing good. Man, you take time out and say, you know what? I'm going to take time out. I'm going to run over here to Fidelity, and I'm going to sit down with them one Saturday, and I'm just going to open up my portfolio to them, and I want to see where I am. Guess what they're going to do? Search you out. And what they're going to ask you is, what's your savings plan? How much do you invest every month? Now, according to this, from this age to this age, you need to be doing $795, not $120. What are they going to do? You're going to get searched out. And people who want to get it right, they welcome that. The Bible says, when you get ready to wage war, you wage it with counsel. So look, man, I'm about to tackle this $23,000 in debt, and I just want, when I hit it, I got extra money. When I hit it, I want to set it, I want to forget it, and I'm ready. But let me go over here and make sure my plan is solid. What? Let me let somebody else search me out. Make sure. Well, now according to this, now, you're not snowballing, you're avalanching. Those are two different ones. You may want to snowball these debts. What does that mean? Well, let me show you. Let me show you how to do it. And guess what? When you allow that, people get you on track. I can't tell you the amount of times I come back and say, hey, I got something going on. I can't figure it out myself. This is my pastor. I can't figure it out myself. I can't. I prayed. I read the word. But this thing keeps recurring in my life, and I gotta, well, you ever thought about? No, I never. Well, why don't you go? I never. What happened? I allow somebody to search me out. And when it comes to finances, you get tired of bumping man, Only time I'm excited is income tax time. Bumping my head. You have to allow somebody to look in it and go, you may want to change this or change that. And let me say this to you. When I was in Atlanta, I translated travel to financial success. Didn't we? 9 vacations a year. We're traveling, man. We're just traveling, this, that, and the other. And you know what? Traveling don't mean you're successful. What means you're successful is, how are you honoring the future with your money? That's the bottom line. A lot of people travel on credit. I didn't say anniversary. I say they travel on credit. And look up 5 years, and that thing is, it's on your compound interest says, hey, I'm still here. I'm still here. Psalms 37 real quick. We got a minute 15. Psalms 37. Get back up here. I'm going to show you some stuff next week, because we're going to close this series with a lot of how-to. A lot of how-to. It's not enough to say, oh, this. Some people are going, man, my head's about to explode. I just need to know, how do I get this stuff set up and let it ride? Oh, there it is. Psalms 37, verse 20. Where do I want to go here? Verse 21. The wicked borrows, and they don't pay again. But the righteous shows mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. He delighteth in his way. Though he shall fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now I am old. Yeah, I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. God says, be prudent when you borrow. Don't borrow knowing you can't pay it back. That's called a preemptive lie. You know you can't pay it back. You know you're scrapping to pay now. You don't do that. God says, look, you're trying to buy your prosperity. You're the righteousness of God. You will never find yourself begging for bread. And 2 Corinthians chapter 9 says, look, I give seed to the sower. I give seed to him. And guess what? The most important part of that is sower. I give seed to him. No, you give me income. No, I don't. I give you income if you don't sow. I give seed to the sower. And then he says, hey, I don't play favorites, man. This is not, what am I trying to say? This is not, when I say sow bountifully, reap bountifully, I'm not pitting one against the other. What Paul is doing is I'm giving you insight into something. Well, if I sow sparingly, you mean to tell me God? No. I didn't say that. I'm giving you insight into something. When you sow bountifully, you're going to reap like that. So you're saying if I don't do that, God? No. I'm giving you, just know that. I'm going to leave you alone. Now, let me tell you, if you sow sparingly now, that's how you're going to reap. But God gives seed to the sower. That's insight. And people go, I'm doing pretty good without doing that. Maybe you are. Maybe that's the grace of God. But here's what I know. I keep giving it to the sower. How many sowers do we have in the room? God want to keep giving you seed. I want everybody to lose the financial judgment eye. Leave it alone. Stop puffing up your income. Stop puffing up what you make, all this kind of stuff, and just know this. God, give me seed. Give me seed. Give me seed, God. Stop doing it. Because I said to myself, I had a thought when we was flying back from Atlanta. I said, That's why I said, Paul, I know I'm going to be in heaven. I know that. I said, but when I'm gone, do I know with an earthly mindset that I'm gone? Do I even remember even the stuff that I'm sweating? Do I even have any recollection of JA or investments or how much savings? Doesn't even matter. That's why a good man leaves. That's why it's like, you can stress yourself out. You can pile it up. You can hide it. You can do all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what you don't realize doesn't even matter. You earn 8%, but so what? Where am I at? AC or furnace? Is it hot or is it cold? Am I being invited to go look at the Garden of Eden? Or am I down in Hades somewhere? I said, do I even, why this little bit of stuff that tries to, does it even? No. Just let Scripture give you insight. Another insight, be not deceived. What do you mean? God is not mocked. Huh? Whatsoever a man soweth, watch this insight, that's what he reaps. Well, God is out to get me. No, I didn't say that. I just said whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. Well, no, I make $150,000. Sure, I can sow craziness over here and not reap it. Sure, I can sow gossip over here and not reap it. Sure, I can sow backbiting over here and not reap it. No. Keep making your money. Keep the perfect posture in front of people. But just a little insight. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap now. Well, I hadn't reaped. Trust me, reaping don't have a timetable. It just says you will reap. Yeah. Not within 60, not within 2 years, not within 5. It just says you'll reap.
That's right.
So all these are insights into God's financial kingdom. And I want Excel Church to get it. I want us to be rich in choice. I want single moms taking their kids on vacations in the summer, not trying to figure out how they're going to do this and do that. I want that single mom with that teenage son. I want them close as all outdoors, creating memories, this, that, and the other. And guess what? It takes money. It takes money to do that. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it big time. We're going to have average folks just like we do now. God told me, oh boy, this guy's funny to me. He said, look, all I get, he's all men. He got a nickname for it. Why? He said, all we get excited about is how much we sow. He said, that's it. That's when we really get excited. I said, with your background, with your record, everything that you did, the felonies, the this, the that, can't stay in this apartment because you can't get life insurance because, I said, now you have all that stuff. I said, you know, when I walk in your house, I feel prosperity. I said, I feel it. I said, I can't explain it. I said, I feel it. It's like, man, the hand of God is with this man. It is on his life. You know what I go right back to? He brags about his seed. He brags about it. Not in a look at me, but man, we went 2,000 over 20,000 this year with our seed. And he's excited about it. And here's the thing about that. God gives seed to the sower. So now business is just overtaking him. It's like, man, $3,000 a long time ago. And now it's $3,000. It's nothing. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and put this on there. Oh, address this. Oh, we're going to do that. Oh, we're going to da-da-da. Why? And this is a man with a prison record. What the world says, every application you fill out, nope, we can't take you. Nope, we can't take you. Oh, okay. You can't take me? I know somebody who will. The grace of God will take me. And you know what? When these guys come out of incarceration with no other hope, and they see God begin to take care of them, you don't have to convince them to sow, twist their arms. What you have to do is, ho, man. Don't hurt yourself. No. That's not how we work. Well, two of them said, that's not how we work. We're grateful to God for what God has done in our life. When the world told us, forget about it, you'll never recover. Now you walk in these guys' houses and it's like, I feel it. And when I see them work, I see the hand of God on them. I see it. And you know what? God gives seed to the sower. And those guys are defying the odds every single day. Just when the world says, I'm counting you out, never again, you count me out, 800 credit score.
That's right.
You count me out, 2,500 square foot house. You still count me out? I want my wife on a new car. We'll get it in my name. Count me out. Count me out. I can't get life insurance. Watch me. And they got life insurance. Count me out. The grace of God don't count me out. The grace of God counts nobody out. Oh, you thought I was going to have to go back to the streets to get that kind of money again? No. I'm already 100,000 there. I'm already 80,000 there. Now keep counting me out. Keep doing it. And guess what? The grace just keep. The sower, it just keeps going. To the point where they have to say, you know what? One of them told me the other day, he said, yeah, I had to give away 35% of my business. I said, what? It's part-time. I said, you got to give away 35% of your accounts? He said, yeah, I can't keep up. Everywhere I go, every neighborhood, people want my business. And here's the beauty to it now. Listen to what I'm ready to tell you now. He has zero demand on his part-time income. So he worked 40, 50, 60 hours. Where the world goes, we'll bid for you because you're an excellent man. You're a giving man. You can be inconvenienced at any time. And then he'll hop out there with his part-time thing, earn that money, and say, oh, all of this money is free. Amen. And I'm ex-felon. And I love God. And I love my wife. And I'm at all of my kids' game. Dog tired, but guess what? I am a sower. And God continues to give me seed, so much so that I got to give it away. The grace of God is looking for all of us like that. It's looking for all of us. Woo! Let's stand to our feet. I got to finish this thing next week. My God.